Hey guys, what's up? It's Gadget Zone here, and today we're diving into a bit of tech nostalgia. Remember the iPhone 11? That vibrant, colorful phone that seemed to take over the world a few years back. Now I know what you might be thinking, is this phone still great in 2025? Well, you might be surprised this phone actually holds a special place in many people's hearts. And for good reason, it was the last iPhone with that iconic rounded design. Remember those smooth curve, CES chef's kiss after the 11? Apple went all in on the flat edge look. And while that's cool too, there's something undeniably classic about the 11's design. And let's not forget the camera. The iPhone 11 was a game changer for the Bass model. It was the first one to get that dual lens setup with an ultra-wide camera that blew our minds. And who could forget night mode? That was a revelation. Plus the battery life. Let's just say it could go the distance. So is the iPhone 11 still relevant in today's tech-obsessed world? We're about to find out in this video. We'll take a deep review looking at the good, the bad, and the still holding up surprisingly well of the iPhone 11. We'll see if this classic can still compete in 2025. Alright, let's start with the visuals. The design, the iPhone 11. In my opinion, still looks pretty slick. Apple nailed it with the color options. Remember, the vibrant purple, green, and yellow. They were so fresh. And this is the first iPhone where Apple centered the logo on the back, a small detail, but it makes a difference right now. The display, it's a 6.1-inch Liquid Retina IPS LCD. Okay, I know what you're thinking. IPS LCD in 2025 boring, and you're not entirely wrong compared to the Super Retina XDR OLED screen displays we're used to. Now the colors aren't as punchy, the blacks aren't as deep. But let's be real, the IPS LCD on the iPhone 11 is still a solid panel. Watching videos, movies, even doing some light editing, it's all perfectly enjoyable, and the refresh rate, it's 60 Hz. Look, if you've never experienced the buttery smoothness of a 120 Hz display, you won't even notice. And even if you have iOS, animations are so well optimized that 60 Hz still feels pretty smooth. Heck, even the base iPhone 16 rocks a 60 Hz display, and what do you think? Let's talk performance inside. This bad boy is the A13 Bionic chip. Now this chip is a few years old, but trust me, it's still a powerhouse. It can handle pretty much anything you throw at it. Browsing the web, scrolling through social media, playing most games, it's all good. And the best part, it's still getting software updates as of right now. It's running iOS 8.2, which is pretty impressive. Now there's one thing, the A13 doesn't have 5G. But honestly, in many areas, 4G LTE is still super reliable. 5G coverage isn't universal yet, so for many people, 4G is still the go-to. So not having 5G isn't a deal breaker for everyone. Now let's get to the star of the show for many people. Anyway, the camera. The iPhone 11's camera system is still surprisingly capable. It's got a 12-megapixel wide lens and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide lens. It takes great photos and good lighting, and even in low-light night mode does a decent job. Now, if you're pixel peeping and comparing it to the latest flagships with their crazy zoom capabilities and super advanced low-light performance, yeah, it's going to fall behind. But for everyday snaps, sharing on social media, capturing memories, the iPhone 11's camera is still more than good enough. Battery life. Another win for the iPhone 11 with a healthy battery. You can easily get through a full day on a single charge. If you're a heavy user, maybe you'll need a top-up by the end of the day. But that's pretty standard for most phones. Just remember, battery health plays a big role here. If your battery is degraded, you might not get the same stellar performance. Now the software, as I mentioned, the iPhone 11 is running iOS 18.2. That means you get all the latest features, security patches, and optimizations. However, it doesn't support Apple Intelligence or the enhanced Siri features. This isn't a huge loss, though. You can easily download other AI assistants like Gemini or ChatGPT and get similar functionality. Alright, let's talk about the downsides. The iPhone 11, like any older phone, has its limitations. The iPhone 11 is an older device. It doesn't have the latest and greatest tech. The display isn't old. There's no 5G in the camera. While good isn't top of the line anymore. But here's the thing, it's also much more affordable than the newer iPhones. And let's be honest, the display, it's a great display, don't get me wrong. But when I'm watching a movie on my friend's new iPhone with those deep blacks and vibrant colors, it's hard not to be a little jealous. I remember trying to show my friend some photos I took on the iPhone 11, and he was like, wow, the colors are so bright. He meant it as a compliment, but I knew what he really meant. And sometimes when I'm scrolling through social media and see those super smooth animations on the newer Pro iPhones or newer Android with 120 Hz displays, I can't help but think, man, that would be nice. It's not a deal breaker, but it's definitely something I notice. But you know what? Even with these minor drawbacks, I still really enjoy using my iPhone 11. It's reliable. It takes great photos for most everyday situations and it still feels snappy, thanks to that powerful A13 chip. Plus, knowing I'm getting the latest software updates gives me peace of mind. So yeah, the iPhone 11 isn't the absolute pinnacle of smartphone technology anymore, but it's a fantastic value for the price. It's a reminder that sometimes the best phone isn't always the newest one. It's the one that fits your needs and brings you joy. What about you guys? Have you ever used an older phone and found that it still served you well? Share your experiences in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So who is the iPhone 11 for? In 2025, it's for people who want a reliable, well-built iPhone experience without breaking the bank. It's for casual users who prioritize a good camera, decent battery life, and a smooth software experience. If you don't need the absolute latest and greatest features, the iPhone 11 is still a very solid option. So the big question is, the iPhone 11 still worth it in 2025? My answer is, it depends if you're a power user who needs the latest tech, the best camera, and 5G connectivity. Then no, the iPhone 11 isn't for you. But if you're looking for a great value iPhone that still performs well, takes good photos, and has decent battery life, then absolutely the iPhone 11 offers a premium experience without the premium price tag. Let me know in the comments, what you think. Are you still rocking an iPhone 11? Are you considering picking one up? I want to hear your thoughts, and as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more tech reviews. Peace out.